All right. So it's going like 21 miles an hour, even though it's not. It says it's going like 21 miles an hour for some reason. Okay, I think I found out what the problem is. This solder joint here looks like it's very, very broken slash loose on it. This is gonna be for the red wire. So I opened it up and it was just a heat shrink wrap that was holding this together. It looks like from all the carving going back and forth, it caused this to slowly break off. So I'm gonna need to resolder. All right, I got it fixed. Pretty much what happened is I just cut the shielding around here. Careful, because there's like 5 wires in there, and there's, I think, 3 real small ones in there as well. So you gotta be careful doing that. And what happened is a solder joint where they connected the motor to the speed control, just from having this thing kind of carve back and forth, it just kind of kept on breaking it more and more. So I got a lot of shunting on there. It would kind of stop. It would say motor stalled, and then it would work sometimes. So it was just a real loose connection there. Not very impressed with how they do this. I don't know if you can kind of see it in here, but they just ran this braided cable through, and these are just kind of electrical connectors here. They had one zip tie that was holding it really tight right there. I ended up putting a zip tie around there and a zip tie around there to kind of keep it out of the way, so when this thing moves it doesn't want to press against it. But there's not much. I could see these wires breaking in the future because they're very thin, and this really isn't protection for moving. I know this isn't a comparing video, but if you look at how the GT did it, or the GTR, the Evolve GTR, they actually have everything's running inside these hard cables, and then there's actually like a barrel plug connector, and then there's actually these little holders here that hold it in. So I'm going to try to replicate that kind of thing, instead of this one, which is super zip tied in, and it would pinch whenever you go back and forth. So it's honestly, Onsra, for $1,800, they shouldn't be cutting corners like this. They could easily do proprietary connectors. I mean, it's not a very long run. I don't know. It's just a little disappointed in it. This board has about 750 miles on it. So I'm glad I found out what it was. I tried to unscrew this, but it's glued on somehow, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to put a piece of tape under there and pick it up with a spatula. I'm pretty sure it would really scratch the bottom and mess it up if I did. But yeah, that's pretty much where how I got it fixed. If this happens to anyone else, I hope this will help them, because I contacted Onsra California last week and I still have not heard anything from them. This board's still under warranty. Came out, what, 7 months ago? So they should definitely work on the customer service a lot. I'm sure if I bought a board, they'd get right back to me, but I've heard kind of similar things. It's heat shrink wrap that goes around it. I just put electrical tape over it. I'm probably gonna put a zip tie here as well. If I could have actually been able to get in here, I would have just gotten another piece of shrink wrap and ran it straight up into here and made it look professional again. But yeah, just a little kind of cheaply made. These wires are going to fray. They're going to get messed up. This isn't protection. This is just cord management. You want to get something like that, and then you want something to hold it instead of just a zip tie that was pinching it in the trucks. So whenever you go back and forth, it'd be hitting it. So yeah, that's my rant, but I got it fixed. I'm glad I did. And hopefully this will help other people. And I think Onsra has some work to do with their customer service and their attention to detail, especially considering how much money they're charging. All right,